Hi, this is Hans-Peter Selasky talking. In this podcast, I'm going to tell you a bit more about some new features in my MidiPlayerPro software. The feature I'm going to describe in this podcast is called chord mode. Chord mode is selected by picking chord under key mode for view A or key mode for view B. You can also select chord mode under view mode A button and then select chord and then press close. Chord mode is a special mode of playing which transforms the notes in a chord into a new order on the piano so that it's easier to make patterns, rhythm, and otherwise play chorded music. For example, I'm going to open up one of my pre-made songs. It's called Can You Feel the Love Tonight? It's Elton John. And also I have a webcam here. So in chorded mode, it assigns two chords. This is the lower chord, this is the upper chord. The idea is that you alternate between playing a D major in the lower chord and a D major in the upper chord. So it's D major in the upper and D major in the lower. So now I'm going to press the first D major. In the beginning, I press a C key down here to make a jump to L0. That's the beginning of the song. It's the intro verse. Then I'm going to press D major. And then it will play actually the first chord in the song. It's A sharp. To get to the next chord in the song, you need to go to the other chord, and in this case I press the lower chord. Now you go to the upper chord, and now you will see that the software will advance in the song, and then you can make some melody. So now this might be a very good way to start playing the piano. You can get some more rhythm by adding a drum pattern. So there is the B scores, and we configure the B scores to use channel 9. We go into the BPM configuration. We want to have BPMs to view B, and we want it to play C4, and we enable it and close, and then we ensure it's a play key C4 as well. Then I go get a pre-made drum pattern. So a drum pattern is basically a list of notes that are automatically played. The W at the end of each score line indicates first the duration of the note, then the release duration of the note, and then it will advance to the next line. So there are basically two patterns in this loop. There's the L10 pattern and there's the L11 pattern. Also, I'm going to mention that the K320 2703 means that 2703 milliseconds equals 120 beats per minute. So it scales this recorded drums. So at 11 I have some hi-hat. It's more machine generated. And at L12 I have some other stuff, and then you can combine this. So for example, I'm going to jump down to L0. So now it inlines the M11 patterns 4 times, then it will play M10 and M11 at the same time. Now I'm going to stop. So one new feature of MidiPlayerPro is that you can now move tabs between the right and left side. So now I'm going to move the B scores to the right side and have the A scores on the left side. So in the beginning, let's see. In the beginning we press lowermost C almost to get to L0. C sharp is L1. And D is L2, and so on. But we want to go to 0. So what happens is that at the moment you start playing, the drums will automatically start. So I'm going to stop right there. you can try this out yourself at home, installing the software. It runs under both FreeBSD and Linux, and possibly more distributions. I'm going to, in the end, give some credits to Hydrogen for making drum sounds. Then I'm going to give some credit to Synad SubFX for the bass and the soft choir. And of course, but not least, Virtual OSS, the recording main brain to mix all of these tracks together, which is available from my ISDN for BSD ports collection. So I hope you will be inspired too, listening to this podcast, to make some music at home using FreeBSD or Linux and a MIDI capable piano.